Hello Sagittarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. How are you guys? Welcome to your bonus reading for the first half of March. I do have some questions in mind and a bit of an outline that I'm going to be following for this reading. General as always, Sagittarius, it's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from this whatever makes sense for you and let the rest go. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box. And just a side note, guys, that I am fully booked through March 18th currently, so I will be taking care of all bookings that are scheduled at this time after that date. So just something to keep in mind there. And of course, I will have a list of all of the card decks that I typically use for a reading, Sagittarius. So this little deck here, my alphabet deck, has made such an impact on so many of you. I've gotten so many comments. And from those of you who are super shocked that letters came through that were significant for you, for your person. So I'm going to continue with that for the bonus readings this time around. Let's go ahead and grab some letters, Sagittarius, to start off this reading, and let's take a look and see if it's playing a significant role in your life. Okay, so we'll grab a few from here. Let's start with this one. We have a D, S, we have an I forget which sign I was reading for. I believe it was for Leo, and it actually, once I rearranged the letters, it actually ended up spelling knight, as in a knight in shining armor, and we had some references to actual knight cards through the tarot that came through in that reading, so that was kind of a neat little inadvertent thing that came forward. We have N, but again, take these letters for how they happen to play a significant role in your life. Interesting, we have another D coming through here. We have an A. Let's grab one more. Guided to this one here, and then we have an H. Okay, so hopefully one of those letters is significant to you and your person. So let's go ahead and grab some insight. I really want to start off focusing, Sagittarius, on where your person is at currently. Where is their vibe at this time? What's in the shadows when it comes to your person? For the bonus readings, I'm going to be focusing especially on those of you who are in separation or who are having challenges in your relationship. So let's take a look at that first. Let's dive into the shadows of what your person is dealing with right now, which will give us a better understanding of where they're coming from energetically, why they are the way they are, why they are at a distance from you, or why you guys are having challenges. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius, for cross watchers, anybody else who's been guided to tune in. For the viewer, where is your person at currently? What's in the shadows when it comes to this individual, tied into the connection with you? Please bring it forward. What's in the shadows when it comes to the viewer's person here? Void. Whenever this void card comes forward for me, it's like an empty void. There's an emptiness in their life, especially if they are in separation from you and they're feeling this emptiness tied into that because of the distance, because of your absence, possibly. They're in a lot of pain right now. And since this is in the shadows, typically people tend to hide that pain. They try to mask that pain, so on the surface they might actually look like they're okay. Behind closed doors, they're falling apart. We have escapist coming through. So your person could be the type of individual who tends to run away from situations when things get a little bit too heavy for them or they can't deal. They tend to not stick around. And if that's how they ended up hurting you, perhaps that's what's coming forward here for a reason for some of you guys. We do have guarded energy. I do typically tie into divine feminine energy from that particular card. But of course, take it for how it makes sense for you. Somebody is coming forward as a very guarded individual here, especially if they've been hurt in the past which could be contributing to why they are running away from something that they might not even be ready for, or perhaps they feel like they just can't commit at this time. Somebody who's guarded tends to put up walls around themselves to protect themselves so that they end up not getting hurt, or they've got certain hang-ups that they're dealing with. We have faithless. And again, this is a part of your person's energies here. So they've lost faith. And or this is somebody that you can't trust, Sagittarius, that you've lost faith in them, and they're coming to that realization here. Right now, things are stagnant. So this is telling us that between the two of you, Sagittarius, there's more than likely no communication. You guys are not in each other's lives. You're in separation from one another. Stagnant energy. So let's dig a little bit deeper when it comes to your person, Sagittarius. This is the Pining Rose. I'm getting my decks mixed up. This is the Pining Rose Love Oracle deck by Calico Moon. Continuing to focus on your person, Sagittarius, whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading. Where are they at energetically? What is in their heart when it comes to you? Why do they tend to run? Why are things stagnant? Either they have lost faith in the connection, or they created a situation where you felt, Sagittarius, that you just couldn't trust this person. And what I'm picking up here is somebody chose to distance themselves, and your person is in a lot of pain as a result of that separation. So it's either they couldn't handle it and they walked out, or they abandoned the connection, or you did. And they're coming through, picking up off of that vibe here. For the viewer, for Sagittarius, please, angels and spirit guides, where is your person at currently? Soul level. So you guys have connected on a soul level. Whether you identify more with a twin flame bond or a soulmate bond, it doesn't really matter. This is coming through as a soul connection that currently, because you guys are at a distance from one another, your person is feeling this emptiness in their life as a result of not being with somebody that could represent the other half of their soul. That, of course, would be interpreted to be a twin flame connection, or you just see this person as your other half, your soulmate. We have patience here. It's falling right below pain. So this could actually require some time for your person to heal from what's happened here, whatever pain that they are going through, or for them to recognize that they inflicted pain on you, Sag. Patience is required when it comes to this connection. Look at this. Reach out. Falling right below escapist. So if they were the one that ended up running away from this, running away from the connection with you, Sagittarius, they now want to reach out to you. So they certainly might have some regrets over past actions and how they chose to handle themselves when you guys were together. Look at this, passion. A very passionate connection between two people. Very sexual in nature as well. So your sex life could have been very passionate with one another. Could have been really hot and heavy, and at one point in time you guys were totally into each other in and out of the bedroom, you know? But since we've got that faithless card coming through here, somebody broke the trust in this connection. Because look at the next card. We've got I'm sorry, and like I was just saying, red hot. It's right here. Passion, fiery. Faithless is right below or right above this I'm sorry card. And there's a wedding band or a promise ring, however way it's represented for your situation. For those who were married, somebody cheated here. There's infidelity tied into that faithless card. So I feel for some of my Sagittarians that this is resonating with. Your partner created a situation where there was infidelity in the relationship, and they're now coming forward very apologetic of what it is that they've done. They could have also entered into a relationship purely for sex. That could be tied into this passion card as well, if that's what ended up happening. So, given some time here, since we do have that patience card, perhaps they've had time to think about ultimately what they've done, what they want, where they want their life to go, where they want this connection to go. Because clearly right now, it's stagnant. There's no movement. They're sorry. They definitely want to reach out to you, Sagittarius, for sure. So let's grab some tarot here to add to this. This is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot. But of course, you don't have to identify with a twin flame bond. That's just the name of the card deck. This is by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. For the viewer, what is your person at currently? So if you happen to be watching for a Sagittarius, let's take a look at that. For this bonus reading for Sagittarius, what else do we need to know here? The Eight of Pentacles is Earth. So Sagittarius, for some of you guys, your person could be an Earth sign. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. In this particular deck, it reads work in progress. So there is progress that can be made in this connection, despite the pain, despite any infidelities that might have happened here. Trust was broken. Somebody losing faith in the connection, which could of course be you, Sagittarius. Because as I mentioned, there's not a whole lot going on here. There's no communication. You guys are not interacting at the moment. With the Eight of Pentacles, there is progress that can be made here. And it's interesting because the Eight of Pentacles is tied into the energy of diligence and passion. So the connection between the two of you, Sag, could definitely have been very passionate at one point in time. I don't feel your person is ready to give up. The Ten of Swords right after that. So for my Sagittarians who are tuning in and your person happens to be an air sign, you could be dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But we're not so fixated on the signs here. This is focused on your person that may have created something difficult in this situation between the two of you. And it brought you guys into this energy of the Ten of Swords, which represents a very painful ending here. It hurt like hell, and it's falling right below pain and patience. So it's going to take time to get over that pain. Look at the energy of this card. And if your person inflicted pain on you, as I mentioned, they are finally recognizing that they hurt you. They broke your heart. They created drama in this connection and caused it to come to this painful end. Because the Ten of Swords is somebody who's feeling defeated. It's all about loss and crisis. Something coming to completion here. So it ended. It's failure. It is a relationship that collapsed. But look at this next card. We have the Fool card, okay? So your person is coming through here, Sagittarius, letting you know. First of all, it's falling right below escapist, somebody who tends to run away when they can't handle things, but now they are thinking about reaching out to you. And the Fool card is a new beginning. They're willing to take this risk of reaching out to you, Sagittarius, whether you accept them back into your life or reject them. They're willing to take that risk. They're willing to take that leap of faith. And as I mentioned, there's some fiery sexual energy coming forward from these cards, and the Fool card as well could be indicative of an exciting lover. So sexually speaking, you guys had some pretty intense intimacy between the two of you. Sexual compatibility is very good. So there's a new beginning that ultimately they want to be able to manifest. Or part of this reaching out card is to ask you if it's something that can happen. You know, can we start over? Can we get past the pain? Can we get over what brought our relationship into separation to begin with? And if you're open to that, Sagittarius, then of course anything is possible. We have the Page of Wands here, which is fire energy, which of course is your very own vibe. Sagittarius, your person is very much into you. They want to reach out. The Page of Wands is all about excitement and curiosity. So if at one point in time what they wanted was their freedom, maybe they got it and it wasn't what it was all cracked up to be, you know? And if they ended up stepping out on the connection for a third party, the grass wasn't so green, wasn't it? You know, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. And I feel your person came to that realization after a while. But the journey isn't over. I feel that they're still in a lot of pain over what happened, and you could be as well. So it requires patience here. Something as devastating as the Ten of Swords is painful. But you might actually receive some good news, some positive, exciting news from your person. So again, if you are willing to accept them back into your life, maybe something as simple as a phone call or a text letting you know, I'm so sorry for what I've done. I'd like for us to start over. And if you're open to that, can we just start again? We have the Queen of Swords coming through as well. So if you're watching for a feminine here, your person might be coming forward as the Queen of Swords, and my queen here can cut people out of her life that no longer serve a purpose. So it depends, of course, on who it is that walked away from this. If it's you, Sagittarius, or if it's your person. But if you happen to be dealing with a feminine who happens to also be an air sign, this divine feminine might have actually cut you out of her life. That's for some of you guys. Very sharp, very assertive. And remember how I was picking up off of that feminine energy from this guarded card? That's exactly what the Queen of Swords is. A very guarded individual. More than likely feminine energy, of course. But it does not have to be. Wow. And then we've got the Seven of Wands here, which is more of your own energy, Sagittarius. Defense mechanism. The Seven of Wands is about competition. And if that's what drove a wedge between the two of you, is a third party, an outside interference in your relationship, then it definitely affected the relationship here. So if your person is putting up walls, and if they are guarded, and they feel the need to protect themselves somehow and build up this defense mechanism that's tied into that Seven of Wands, it could be first and foremost because they're still in a lot of pain. And if they ended up getting hurt as a result of what's happened between the two of you, you know, they're just trying to protect themselves. They don't want to be in competition with anybody else if they are ultimately the victim of a third party. That, of course, could be reversed. But if they were the victim in all this, then they are just coming through, just protecting themselves. But there is somebody that's coming through here with an apology, or this is what it is that they are wanting from you. Somebody needs to apologize. So it's either your person apologizing to you, Sagittarius, or this is what it is that they are waiting for from you. It just depends on how it's coming forward in your situation. We have the Three of Pentacles as well, which is Earth. The two of you have to work together. It's all about collaboration and teamwork when the Three of Pentacles presents itself. You guys have to both want this. You both have to work at rebuilding a relationship that fell apart. What I'm picking up from this individual is that they're willing to do that. So the question is, Sagittarius, are you willing to meet them halfway as well? Because if you're not open to that, then it really does create an unbalanced energy in this connection, and they can only do so much. You both have to put in the effort to create movement to bring about a reconciliation here. Okay? But that's what's going on with your person at this time, Sagittarius. So let's take a look at you and let's dig a little bit deeper and see where you are at energetically. What's going on in your heart space? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? So this is the Mystic Moon Oracles deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius for this bonus reading for the first half of March. For Sagittarius, for the viewer, where are you currently? How do you feel about all this? We have the Muse card. This is actually a really beautiful card because the Muse card is all about creativity and inspiration, and that you have the power within you to be able to create the type of life, the type of outcome, the type of future that you envision for yourself. What is it that you're inspired by? And if your person inspires you to do better in your life, that's a part of the energy of the Muse card. We do have inner child coming through here. There is a female figure, a little girl in that photo, so you could be feminine energy, Sag. And if you happen to resonate with that, the inner child for me represents somebody who could have had a difficult upbringing, who might have not had a good example of what a good relationship was like growing up. And the energies from your childhood, if they were not good, might still be contributing to energies that you are dealing with today as an adult. That's a part of that energy. And also, it's just being able to tap into your inner child energy, even as an adult, you know? Because sometimes we just need to go back to that time in our life to find that sense of innocence and our values of what things were like back then and how it's affecting us as we've grown up, you know? So however way that's represented for you. Some of you guys are at a crossroads. That's also contributing to the stagnant energy that's coming forward from your person. And that's why there's not a whole lot of movement there, because you might not even know which direction that you want to go, Sagittarius. We do have summer, which of course is indicative of the season of summer, which is a few months from now, of course. Something of significance could have happened between you and your person during summertime, or if their birthday happens to be during the summertime, it could be tied into that. The summer card also, it's beautiful because it's tied into the energy of the sun in tarot. The sun in tarot is the most positive card of the entire deck. Very positive in energy, a cause for celebration. It's happy times, good times, success, joy, fulfillment. That ultimately is what it is that you're looking for in your life, Sagittarius, not just in your love life, but every area of your life. You want to be successful, you want to be happy, period. And if you're at a crossroads in your life, not just, again, in regard to your love life, but whatever is challenging you right now, if it's your health, if it's money, if it's family, other relationships that are not even romantic in nature, however way you're dealing with stuff right now, whatever's keeping you here and preventing you from being able to make that ultimate decision to create movement, I feel that's why you're here. Haven't been able to come to a point where you're ready to make a decision, and that's okay. You know, everybody's got their own time frame for healing and for dealing with stuff. If you feel you need a little bit more time, take it. But something definitely ended between you and your person. We have this conclusion card, but you have a key that you can use to either lock that door forever and it's a done deal, or you can unlock a brand new door to have you guys start fresh and start over. That applies to the rest of your life too. But right now, the answer is no. This is you coming forward with this answer, Sagittarius. So what I'm picking up here is, for those of you resonating with this, you're not quite ready to even be open to talking to your person, especially if there were third parties, if they broke your heart, if they hurt you, if they cheated on you, lied to you, manipulated you, whatever. We have a no answer here for now. This is the next card, Karmic Partnership. So yeah, if the person that you're focused on for this reading happens to be a karmic partner, then you're not open to a second chance, a new chapter, or even talking at this point. That's coming through for some of you guys. The damage has been done. And for Sagittarius, if you are resonating with this, for some of you guys, you're not open to that. And your person is coming through with that patience card, so they know that it might take some time for them to even have the courage or to take that risk to reach out, because there is that fear and that possibility of rejection from you. We do have Observer though, so you might actually be keeping tabs on your person, even though you're really pissed off at them, if you've distanced yourself, if you're no longer interested. If you guys follow each other on social media especially, you might still be keeping tabs on your person, or they're keeping tabs on you. But this is a part of your own vibe right now, Sag. So what I'm picking up here is, for some of you guys, you're still checking them out from a distance, even if you aren't wanting a reconciliation for now. That could change later, you know? All right, so let's add to this with the Pining Rose Twin Flame deck. And again, you don't have to identify with a twin flame connection. So let's grab a little bit more insight on you, Sagittarius. What else do we need to know about where you're at right now? How you're feeling, what you're thinking. Will you ultimately use that key to open up a new door for yourself in your love life, in your life? Respond. So That could be interpreted, of course, to mean that for some of you, perhaps you have reached out to your person and they haven't reached out to you quite yet. Maybe they're afraid, again, to start that conversation. You're waiting for a response, possibly. Or, of course, they're waiting for a response from you. If they have reached out to you and if you're not wanting anything to do with this person, they're waiting on you. You know, it's like, please respond. I sent you a text. I called you. I left you a voice message. I sent you an email. I sent you a gift. I sent you flowers. I sent you a card. Whatever it is. If they're waiting on you, Sagittarius, that's because you haven't responded yet. We do have a dream world here, okay? So perhaps there was a time between the two of you when it did feel like a dream come true. You might even still be interacting in your dreams with this person. We have chaotic right after that. That's the type of energy that they bring forward to you, this chaotic energy. They overwhelm you. They stress you out. Who wouldn't be with this stuff going on? Karmic partnerships and third parties. Who wouldn't be stressed out? Who wouldn't be feeling this whirlwind of emotions? And that's what's keeping you at that crossroads. For some of you guys, you could be coming through as the runner here. And it's interesting because, remember, from your person, they had escapists. So we've got two runners here. Instead of a runner and a chaser, we've got two people who are running. That's not going to work. Look at this. We've got meeting, okay? Followed by wanting, tragedy, the last card, weep. So this person created what I can interpret here based off of this card to be a very tragic situation. It could have been avoided. It already came forward from your person's cards that there was a painful ending in your relationship. It's tragic because it could have been avoided. It's falling right below karmic partnership, especially if your relationship to begin with was good. Things were coming along just fine, and all of a sudden, bam. Infidelity, cheating, lies, deceit, manipulation. Because there was a time when things were good between the two of you. The desire was there. You wanted this person, they wanted you. You were on the same page. They made you cry. Very sad. Melancholy. And I find it so interesting here. If you happen to be feminine energy, Sag, we have a no answer falling right below wanting. So for my feminines, you might be coming forward telling your masculine, it's like, no, I don't want you. You hurt me. You broke my heart. You cheated on me. And it's up to you, Sagittarius. You hold the key here. So if your person has reached out to you wanting to get together, to just meet up, let's figure this out, let's talk about it. It's up to you what you do with that key. Whether you allow that chapter of your life to officially close and that's it. Or you can open up, as I mentioned, a brand new door to start over. Even if it is to just sit down and talk. Even if it is to just start over as friends, that's your prerogative. But you also have the choice to just lock that door, walk away. That is certainly your choice. So let's grab some additional tarot to add to this. From your perspective, Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Sagittarius, for this bonus reading, first half of March. Where are you in your heart, in your head? What are you thinking? What are you feeling when it comes to this? So despite the painful ending, is there a chance for reconnection? Given enough time, would you even be open to that? Angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. We have the Page of Cups. Water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Didn't that come forward earlier, or am I tripping? Hold on, let me just look at that. No, that was the Page of Wands. So the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is all about synchronicity, creativity. Your person wants to reach out to you. Definitely picking up off of that. The Page of Cups brings in an unexpected form of communication, a happy surprise, Sagittarius. They might just come in with a surprise for you by way of some sort of message or revelation or whatever it is that they feel they need to say in order for you to even reconsider having them back in your life. We have the Judgment card followed by the World card. So we've got two major arcanas coming forward here. So that Judgment card, it's your own energy, Sagittarius. It's fire. The Judgment card is rebirth. It's tied into a spiritual awakening, a resurrection, a renewal, a transformation, a new chapter, a new phase. Perhaps for some of you, that's how you're going to use that key. Because part of the Judgment card is a desire for reconciliation. And if your person is wanting reconciliation, which I feel that they do, and they are coming forward with an apology, what they need from you, possibly Sagittarius, is your forgiveness. That's part of that Judgment energy. It's taking a look at the past to see where you guys went wrong, to see what could have been done differently. Because the Judgment card is all about forgiveness, acceptance, healing the pain that you guys have dealt with in order for you to move forward, either on your own, go your separate ways, or together. This is a card of reconciliation and forgiveness, so I feel preferably together. But you guys have to have some major changes as to how you guys interact with one another. And you got to tread lightly, just go slow and take your time trying to figure out the new normal for your relationship, because things have to be different the second time around. But things will be different in a good way, because the Judgment card does represent improved conditions in your life, your love life and your love life. But it needs to be, you guys have to be coming towards each other with honesty, to be able to trust one another, to rebuild the trust in the relationship, especially if somebody's lost faith in the connection, or if trust was broken, which I feel, based off of the cards that are coming through here, it was. There are trust issues when it comes to this. So the Judgment card is asking you to evaluate the past, but once you do that and learn whatever lessons you needed to learn from the past, you got to bury it. Leave it in the past. That's where it belongs, because you have an opportunity now to start over, to start fresh. A new beginning. And your person is wanting that as well. Because remember, they are coming forward with the Fool card, which is also about a new beginning. That fresh start, taking that leap of faith, coming towards you, taking a risk despite what your reaction might be, if you might end up rejecting them somehow. And then you've got the World card right after that, which is amazing because it is about cycle completion. What wasn't working before, that needs to come to completion. Karmic partners, third parties, infidelity, lies, secrets, you name it. Anything negative that you guys were dealing with, that needs to phase out. That needs to come to completion in order for you guys to have closure over that and start fresh, start over, because the World card brings in triumph. It's a triumphant outcome. It brings you back into peace because it's falling right next to chaotic. Right now, that's where you're at, Sagittarius. Things are chaotic, things are overwhelming, you're at a crossroads. But eventually, if you give it some time and give yourself the opportunity to heal a part of your heart so that you'll be more open to starting fresh and starting over with your person, that's what the World card is offering you. It's giving you, in your relationship, a new beginning to rebuild a stronger foundation. So you guys can stand on solid ground. Because this is coming forward with some pretty happy vibes right there. Look at this. You've got the Four of Wands right after that. That's your own energy. Leo and Aries, of course, are tied into fire energy, if you happen to be dealing with a fellow fire sign. Four of Wands is one of my favorite cards because it's tied into the energy of harmony. A happy home, a happy relationship, a happy future, a happy marriage. Right next to the World, you can have this with your person. We have the Three of Swords here. I'm not surprised. Three of Swords is somebody whose heart was broken. And your person's energies with pain is very much tied into the energy of this Three of Swords. Heartbreak. Heartbreak, grief over a separation. It's falling right below conclusion. Meeting, Three of Swords. So, heartbreak. You guys have been through, as it already came forward from the Ten of Swords, you already had a very painful ending in this relationship, in this connection. But look here, we've got the Fool card coming through again with that new beginning, Sagittarius. You're both coming forward with the Fool card. You both want to start over. You both want this new beginning. You know, it's not going to happen tomorrow because I feel the healing has not come to completion quite yet. This could still be quite raw in your emotions and how you're processing everything. But eventually, you guys will be able to come together, be on the same page, and be ready for that new beginning. For now, you both have work that you have to do on your own to be able to process everything that's happened, and that just takes time. Your person recognizes this, that it might take time for you to even be open to talking to them. They get it. Wow, okay. So I really wanted to grab some dialogue messages tied into this connection, Sagittarius. Let's start with your person first. Let's take a look and see verbiage-wise, dialogue-wise, how do they feel about you? What is it that they need to say to you at this time? This is the 5D Love Messages deck by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. For this bonus reading, for your person, Sagittarius, how do they feel about you? What do they need to say to you right now? Please bring it forward, angels and spirit guides. So we'll grab a few from here, take what resonates with you. Let's grab a couple more. Let's grab the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see what we have here. Interesting. Okay. First message, Sagittarius. Again, this is how your person feels about you. I never told you how I really felt. Maybe they just couldn't bring themselves to express what was in their heart back then. But they're eventually going to be ready to get things off their chest and just tell you where they're coming from. Because I feel that the love is there. Next message, it was just too much for me at the time. I'm not surprised, which is why we had the escapist card that came forward. So rather than sticking it out, rather than dealing with the issues, they chose to run. It was just too much for your person at the time. Look at this. Have patience. This is not the end. And they did come forward with that patience card. They're reiterating that here for you, Sagittarius. It's going to take time. They know that. But they're also coming through letting you know this is not the end when it comes to this connection. Clearly, with two Fool cards coming forward from both you and your person, Sagittarius, eventually you're both going to want that new beginning. And the opportunity is certainly here. Look at that. We are meant to be together. Hello. Next one. I just need some space right now. That's coming through for some of you. And that's okay, because I feel for some of my Sagittarians tuning in that are resonating with this, you need that space too. It's just not the right time. Things just got too heavy for me. Yeah, we've pretty much determined that, which is why they more than likely decided to check out, walk away, run away. They couldn't deal with it. Not back then. But your person has had a lot of revelations, I feel, since you guys have last talked, since you've last interacted. And at the end of the day, what they're telling you here, Sagittarius, is that it's not the end. Please have patience with them. They still see and picture a future with you. We are meant to be together. Okay? So I'm guided to pull some messages from the Twin Flame Messages Volume 1 and 2 deck by Mystic Moon. I combined these decks. I love all of the messages that come forward from it. It's very insightful, but I just felt guided to combine the decks. And look how many cards are here. So I will probably just fan them out on my desk, and let's go ahead and choose the same amount of cards that came forward from your person, Sag. So let's take a look and see, representative of you, how do you feel about the person that you're thinking about for this reading? So let's grab some messages. I can still feel you. Energetically, you can still feel this person, Sagittarius. You guys might actually be connecting in the 5D. So you don't have to physically be together for you to be feeling this person. Next card. You inspire me. And that's already been determined, because you ended up, if I can find it, you ended up getting the Muse card, which is all about inspiration and creativity. Let's grab this one here. You're the only person who truly gets me. Let's grab another. Ooh, I will come back for you. Falling right below, we are meant to be together. So Sagittarius, there are those of you that are in tune with that particular message. So you do want that new beginning. You just maybe just need a little bit more time. But this is coming through, letting your person know that you will be back, that you'll be back for them. I look at your picture often. And I believe you guys had the observer card, so you're still checking them out from a distance. And you might even have pictures of the two of you together or that person, and you're still reminiscing, feeling nostalgic possibly about the connection, about them, about times you guys have shared. I look at your picture often. Let's grab one last one. You've affected my life significantly. Okay, so this is not the end, I feel, when it comes to this connection, Sagittarius. Despite the challenges, despite the painful ending, there's a potential to have a new beginning here. All right, one last deck that I wanted to grab some dialogue, the Angelic Revelation 144 deck, Naked Flame Healing Messages. If you've been watching my last few readings that I've posted, you'll know I've been using this deck a lot. It's got so much that it needs to say and express from each person. So this is, I'm going to combine both of your energies for you and your person, Sagittarius. Take whatever resonates with you personally, whatever feels right for you, that's coming from your heart, and the rest, of course, could be tied into where your person is at, what it is that they need to say to you at this time. We'll grab 6 cards like the others. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Sagittarius, what is it that you need to say to each other at this time? What is it that you need to say to each other? I feel a few more cards need to come forward here. Let's grab 2 more. And let's grab the bottom. All right, this is the last of the dialogue. As you can see, there's so much information in each of these cards compared to these other ones. All right, here we go. First one. Take what resonates. I want us to learn how to have healthy arguments. I have sought professional advice to improve communication in our relationship. So for some of you guys, your person is coming through letting you know that they needed to get help in order to be more productive in the conversations that you guys have had, especially if you guys tend to be more argumentative with each other, even explosive arguments and disagreements, to where it just wasn't healthy. It was more toxic than productive. So if your person felt that they needed professional advice to better be able to communicate with you and to improve the quality of the relationship, that's a good thing. This is something that they're working on. So, fantastic. Next message. I wish I told you how I felt about you back then. My feelings haven't gone away. They are still growing, no matter how deeply I try to bury them. I am trying to find the words and gain the strength to express my truth to you soon. Yeah, see? It's just a matter of time before you hear from this person. So as it says here, have patience. This is not the end. Next card. I want to reach out to you, but I don't know what to say at this time. I know that I need to make things right because this separation is tearing me apart. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I pick up off of that vibe from actually possibly both of you. The desire to reach out, but definitely coming forward from your person. Next card. I am your secret admirer. I check up on you often through social media. I ask friends and family about you. Part of the interpretation for me of secret admirer, especially for those of you who are in separation, you've already shared a relationship with one another is that either you, Sagittarius, or your person, of course, you guys still admire one another from a distance. You're still inspired by one another. Clearly you are as well. It's coming through here. You inspire me. And part of the reason why it's coming forward as a secret is it might have something to do with not being ready to express those things to the other person, just keeping it under wraps for now. So, of course, a secret admirer could be somebody else that either one of you might not even be aware of that's interested in you. But my interpretation of a secret admirer in this sense is that your person is just keeping it under wraps. The emotions, the admiration, the love. I feel whichever one of you is coming forward with that energy, given the right time and place, those feelings will be expressed face to face, not so much in the 5D any further, but in the 3D world, to where it doesn't have to be a secret, where you can love each other and admire one another face to face, up close and personal. But for now, you guys are more than likely checking each other out on social media. That came through for you, Sagittarius, so perhaps that's something that you're definitely doing. Next card. I don't feel that you are as invested in this relationship as I am. I struggle to trust, and I need you to show me that you are serious about us. So I'm not surprised to see this coming through for some of you guys, because again, there are trust issues that have been a problem here. So the trust has to be rebuilt. It has to be restored. Last one. My partner knows about you and they are jealous as fuck. They will do anything they can to keep me stuck. We already know that there's karmic partnerships and third parties involved here. So for those of you that this is coming through, some of you guys might be dealing with a person who's still attached to somebody else. And that's just the reality of it, which is why some of you are not open to reconnecting. There's always the possibility of a new beginning, but two people have to be on the same page and should want that equally. One person can't make this happen by themselves. It takes two people to be in a relationship, you know, not three. So if somebody is still attached to somebody else, I feel that's why we have that no answer coming through for Sagittarius, for some of you guys, directed towards this person. All right, so that's where we're at. All right, so let's grab some future energies here for this connection, Sagittarius. Let's grab some romance angels to add to this. Some future energies, please, angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. Hold on, I've got cards flying everywhere here. All right. Some future energies. Whether you're open to reconciliation or not, let's go ahead and grab a few from here. And as always, take whichever one you're guided to. Future energies for this connection, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So there is a reference to soulmates here. And this person, Sagittarius, could be unlike anybody else that you've ever dated or had been interested in. They might have different features. If you have a particular type that you tend to be attracted towards, they might just be very different in their appearance. They might be a different religion. They could be of a different ethnicity or background, or just a very different personality or character than what you're used to, but they are coming forward as your soulmate. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. You guys could certainly have mutual friends, or you have friends that you can rely on that can just be that shoulder to lean on for you to vent. interesting thing is, if you look at this photo, it's a bride that's getting ready for her wedding day. So future energies for some of you might be marriage, might be a wedding, marrying your soulmate someday. And here we are. Look at this. This is coming through for those of you, of course, who are open to that new beginning with one another. There is a potential for a reconciliation that already came forward from the Judgment card, because somebody is open to that reconciliation, wants to apologize, the need for forgiveness. It's all tied into that. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So Sagittarius, I do feel for some of you guys, you will have the opportunity for this reunion. The next two cards, I feel, it's for those of you who are not open to that. We have free yourself, and then we have release your ex, okay? It's time to take back control of your life. Use that key for something else. Open up a new door in your life for new love. Release the past, release your ex. The time has come to clear the energy. So that's for those of you who just want to do your own thing. Move on. That new beginning is towards a new chapter in your life that may certainly include new love. But look at this. Here we are with passion. Here we are again with wedding. Last card is soulmate. So it's mirroring the energies of these cards up here. We already have the soulmate reference in this first card. And wedding, this is all about a bride that's getting ready for her big day, asking for support from her friends. We already had the passion card that came forward earlier. So the dynamic between the two of you, it's definitely very passionate in nature. We've already picked up off of that vibe earlier. That came through already. Passion, red hot. Passion, a passionate connection in and out of the bedroom, okay? This person that you will be reconciling with, Sagittarius, is your soulmate. And some of you could certainly end up getting married someday, because we're focusing on future energies here. This is a part of what the angels are coming through, communicating to you, Sagittarius, that is possible to marry your soulmate someday as a result of this reconciliation. Beautiful. Let's add to this with some Lover's Oracle. Angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. Some future energies, please, for Sagittarius. And again, take whichever message you are guided towards. Take whichever you are guided towards. Let's grab the bottom card. I'm guided to that one too. Okay. What do we have here, guys? There we are again with that one. That's very interesting. Okay. First message. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Isn't that interesting? And it's true. You can't do anything with the past. It's a done deal. You got to let it go. Because look at all of these new avenues that are coming in for you. New possibilities, a new path, a new direction. If that new direction includes your person here, Sagittarius, then they are a part of your future because they want to be. If you don't want them to be a part of that, it's your choice. Free yourself and find a different path that works for you. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. And that's why we have the patience references coming through in this reading, because you can't rush it. You cannot rush the process of healing. You cannot rush the process of learning lessons. You just can't. It's going to happen when it's meant to. Divine timing. And I just find this so interesting that we have another reference to secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So this might be actually coming forward for those of you who are single at this time. You've moved on from this connection. You've released your ex, whoever it was that you had a painful ending with. And there's somebody else, somebody new that you may or may not even be aware of, that they're interested in you. Look at this. Only time will tell. Exactly. Quite a few references to time here because it will take time, Sagittarius. And look at this. I'm not surprised to see this. Sexual union. We've had some references to passion here. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Especially for those, of course, who've had intimate moments with someone. You guys have shared that bond, that special connection, and I feel you will have the opportunity to reconnect, not only physically, but in your lives, just to be able to build upon what you had before and come back towards each other as better people who have learned the lessons so that you can avoid tragedy and disaster moving forward. You know, you've been there. Luckily, we didn't have any tower cards that came forward here this time, but you might as well have had that. And I feel for those of you, again, resonating with this particular reading, you're either learning those lessons now or you're in the process of working on that. And you and your person both have work to do while you guys are at distance from one another. And when the timing is right, you will have the opportunity for those new beginnings because you both have the Fool card that's representing each of you. That has come forward in this reading. Okay, so let's move on and let's grab some angel answers here to close out this reading for you, Sagittarius. So if you have a particular question, whether it's tied into your love life, whether it's tied into money matters, career, finances, your health, your friendships, your other relationships, whatever it is, go ahead and ask your question. We'll grab a few from this deck. Let's take a look and see what comes forward, and hopefully the angels will give you the answer that you need. Angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius, please. Some final thoughts. Please bring forward the answers for Sagittarius that needs to come forward here. Please bring it forward. So we'll grab a few. I see compromise flipping up. Okay, let's grab this bottom card. What do we have, guys? Let's take a look. We have reconsider, take action within the next few months, giving you a time frame here. There's a need for compromise. We have a year from now, not the right time. So there's quite a few references here to time frames. So for those of you needing a more definitive answer as to when something is going to happen, you know, take whichever one you are guided towards within the next few months. Is coming through for some of you. And for those of you who perhaps just want something to happen right now, angels are coming through letting you know it's not the right time. You got to wait. So a year from now is another time frame that's coming through. So take whichever one you are guided towards, okay? We have take action. So if there is something as well that you're considering at this time, and if you really feel in your heart of hearts that it's the right thing for you and you're ready and it's a good situation, take action. Don't procrastinate. Go for it. We have compromise. So in certain situations, for some of you guys, there is a need for an equal exchange of energy between two people to be able to compromise, to meet each other halfway. 50-50. One person cannot want it more than the other. There has to be compromise there. And for some of you guys, we have this message coming through. It's time to reconsider. Reconsider the direction that you are going at this time, whether, again, that's tied into your love life or just some other aspect of your life. this is coming through letting you know that there are better options, there are better choices. So you might want to reconsider whatever it is that you are thinking about doing at this time. All right, guys, so that's what I have by way of answers this time around. I do hope that whatever part of this reading resonated with you, that it brought you some clarity in regard to your connection with your person. And that's it for now. I also wanted to do this announcement because there's still time for you guys who are interested in the free reading giveaway to submit your entry. I'm fast approaching the milestone for the contest of 100,000 subscribers, but there is still time. I'm hoping to be able to post this reading this evening, and so that should give you guys at least a couple more days to submit your entry and get it in. So far, I believe I've got about 300 entries that I'm going to have to sift through and read through to pick a winner. But I promise you guys I'll read through each and every one and choose one person. For those that end up not winning this time, I will be sending out an email with a discount code that you could take advantage of, that you can apply towards any reading on my website. All right, guys, so that will be coming up in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that if you did participate. But that is all for now, Sagittarius. Thank you so very much for sticking around, and hopefully this reading was able to offer you some advice that you could use at this time. All right, guys, so I'll see you guys real soon with more readings. Take care.